Alright, guess what? It's that time of the week. It's the weekly vault, and it's actually early. So, any news that happens later tonight, maybe, more on that later, I don't know yet. Alright, but this is coming out on time. So, it's the weekly vault. So, you know what it is. It's still the Godfather. But, so basically, my rating, we've been doing achievements. And they've been fun. We got the slot machine one, the best in slots. That hard mode is got some hands. Alright, but yeah, we kind of just been doing, whatever. Just getting achievements, getting stuff done that some people need. Got our mounts. I haven't been doing we haven't been doing heroics, so that's why I'm not going to be getting upgrades on this guy. And I am also someone who has to recraft my crafted piece. So basically, I'm retiring the Godfather. I'm waiting for, some actual news about 11.2 before I decide on my braid tune. I have a couple of picks, but depending on what the news is, because this is going to be 11.2 week. I'm saying it right now. It's going to be 11.2 announcement week, alright? We got 11.1.7 is here, alright? I don't need to be confusing nobody now. 11.1.7 is here. That means the next thing to get announced, we all know what it is. Alright, well, let's talk about what's going on this week. So 11.1.7 is here. I've already talked about it, but I'm going to say it again. One button mode is in your spell book. Highlight assist is right here. Some people have been having a good time with it. If it helps your damage, don't take that as a bad thing. It could be a good thing. Makes your life easier. Alright? Just hit what it tells you. Have a good time. We do got some other new goodies going on. So we got the Lore Walker stuff that probably posted up into your... it was already selected for me. We also got Dagrin right here if you want to get your Delve belt. Alright, gotta go ahead and do that myself. Alright. And you got Farron over here for the Arathi questline. Will this Arathi questline lead us into 11.2? Some people think that that's 100% a thing. And I'm like, normally I would agree, but it just seems interesting. But let's talk about more stuff here. Dastardly, week 3. Alright, and then Horrific Visions were Ogremar last week. Alright, so you do Dastardly week 3 here. Get your new podium thing, and the pet unlocked this week, so you can get the pet this week. Another thing that got unlocked this week, I kind of moved off from the raid, but you also got the loyalty card, well, not the loyalty upgrade, but the loyalty rewards club. You get a mount this week. We got a mount this week. Not the big mount. We're still 3 weeks away from the big mount. But we got a new dog. Now, I kind of jumped ahead of a bunch of stuff. So let's talk about more weeklies. So you got World Soul and Undermine, or you got the World Soul quest up you can pick up from Farron. Dungeon quests is Priory. Get some extra rep. And then the main weekly here. Oh, no, it's Delve Week. Yo, it's Delve Week and Time Walking Week. So make sure you pick up the Delve quest. Get some Delver spoils for doing 5 Delves. You're going to be needed to do some overcharged ones. I'll show that off in a second. And then it's Time Walking BFA. So, if you got some Time War badges, hit up the vendors. There's one in Zuldazar down over here. Alright. From what I'm told. And there's also one in Kultiris and Boralis. Okay. Your Alliance. Hit up those vendors. Get your new rewards. For the mounts, it's going to be 10k. For everything, it's going to be a bunch. I have enough for just one mount, but I'll farm some more. Alright, so you can do Time Walkers this week. The new BFA ones. And you're gonna want to do Time Walking this week. Alright. It's right here. BFA. Alright. you're gonna want to do it because it's Turbo Time Waste 4, which means Masters of the Turbulent Time Waste 3. They're Chrono Corsairs. So this is the Pirate Dragon. Now you may have seen people with this dragon. Alright. I heard that there was a bug, and some people got it early. But here's the thing. There is a way that we know how to get it. If you have multiple accounts, you run it on your main account. Get on your... It may work on trial accounts. I'm going to be trying it myself, see if it works up. But you just run it on your trial accounts. It counts as a new week for your account. For your overall account. And I know that's a way some people get this. If it's working good, I may be trying it. But you don't need to rush this. You know, you can get it over the next 5 weeks like everybody. It's simple. Just run 5 Time Walkers for 5 weeks. Actually, I think it's just 4. You do 4 Time Walking dungeons over 5 weeks. Or 4 each week over 5 weeks. You get the Pirate Dragon mount. Alright. What else do we got going on this week? I didn't go over like the PvP stuff. So you got Xal'atath's Bargain for M+. I didn't go over the PvP stuff because I didn't grab it. You also got the Brawl, Classic Ashran. So that's something to do, you know, if you need your Ashran kills. So it's a good week for that. Alright, so what are the PvP weeks? Random BGs, rated arenas, and Hollow Fall for ganking. Man, I feel like PvP needs some love, man. Hopefully hopefully 11.2's got something going on. So, what else do we got going on this week? Oh, the World Boss. Alright, no Shadehounds up this week. And the World Boss this week is Aggregation of Horrors and Ringing Deeps. So, why I got the map pulled up. As you can see, these are overcharged delves. Okay, you can run overcharged delves as much as you want. They are going to be on bountiful delves for the week, or for the day. So, 2 of the bountiful delves will be an overcharged delve. Okay, so I'm going to do these 2 today. I'm going to do the next 2 tomorrow. Okay, and then one thing about them, so let's pull it up here. Hopefully the achievements are right up here. There it is. So, you're going to have to run a bunch if you're going to want to get the Titan console overcharge. You're going to want to unlock all the skills. You're going to have to do a lot of delves. But that will get you the new mount. And then tomorrow, if the next 2 overcharged delves are not a repeat, tomorrow I'll get the new toy. Okay, so that will be neat. I'll like that. So, going to be getting those overcharged delves done. And you're going to want to get that belt quest done to get your belt. I kind of just grabbed it there from Dagran. Where would it be? Dornagal? Delver's Headquarters, Titan Console. So we want to head into one of those overcharged delves and hit up the console, and then that's going to continue that quest chain. Something you're going to want to do. Alright. What else do we got going on this week? Pretty sure I didn't miss any of the other weeklies. We got all that stuff. Lore walking. Yeah, 11.2 announcement is for sure this week, okay? Listen up. Every single time Turbulent Timeways has been a thing. The week it ends is a patch day. 11.2 is coming out August 5th. As far as I'm concerned, you gotta prove me wrong. Alright? Because every single time Turbulent Timeway ends, so we got a patch day for 11.2. We just need the announcement, and it's probably gonna be this week. I'm excited. Hopefully I'm right. Hopefully later today y'all are watching the announcement and being like, he was right. Or you're watching it and be like, he knows nothing. Unsub. But we'll have to see. I'm excited. I'm expecting that this week. And yeah, I pretty much gone over everything going on in WoW. So let's move on to the other games. Season of Discovery is over. Big sad. The buff went up this week. You can do your weekly if you're doing that. You got till the 30th to get that Balnazar kill for the free boost in Kata. Later this week, ooh, I didn't see that. We got Midsummer. There is some new stuff in Midsummer in this patch. Alright, so I will be going over what's new in that. That will be good this week. And Overcharged Delves. When does that say that ends? See, I can't scroll down. Interesting. Oh, but it doesn't say it there. Interesting, dude. It just says Overcharged Delves. Interesting. So, MOP, Celestial Dungeon Testing, and guess what else got added in this patch? That Dragon for MOP Classic. So, you can't get it yet, but we want to pay attention to the 1st of next month. You can't really see it, but that's when the pre-patch is going to hit. So if you want the Sage... Let's pull it up. Is it not in here? Probably spelling it wrong. Okay, here. This is one of the new mounts. This is the Delve mount. It looks sick. You know what? I'm going to grind it. I wonder how many I got to grind to get it. That looks so good. But yeah, there's going to be a green Celestial Serpent that you're going to get from leveling up Panda. So you're going to want to be ready for that. Talked about that before. In Fresh, you know, the Fresh servers that are currently in like ZG, they're getting the AQ update on the 10th, and I'm like, if they ever do this collection combination thing I'm thinking about, I would want to go for the Black Kiraji War Tank. I want to get that thing. So if that's ever announced, whatever Fresh Classic comes after that, I'm starting a guild to get me that. It's gonna be Bob's Guild. And that's that. You know, MOP testing, MOP stuff. July, we got a lot of stuff going on in July in this patch. But we got a lot of stuff right now. So this one doesn't feel as time gated as the last. I'm actually a fan of 11.1.7 already. I'm happy it's here. Now, moving on to different games real quick. Hearthstone, the pre-expansion event is here. And reveals are wrapping up. It should be getting a midsummer event. I think this event is going to be lasting till it launches. Then can we see maybe a Hearthstone July midsummer event? Either way, Hearthstone's got an event ongoing. You can get some of the new cards they're revealing. And there's going to be a new cinematic for the Unguro on the 26th. For a Journey to Unguro 2, basically. Are we going to get a music piece from Hearthstone again? I'm super hopeful for a music piece. That'd be great. I want to see Hearthstone get back in the groove. Literally. And there's, of course, new Shopman hero bundles. You know. And then the pre-expansion stuff. I gotta figure out how I'm going to get that. I need to make Golden WoW. Diablo 4. The anniversary event is over. I finished it in a day. It just took a lot of gold. But now the buffed experience is over, and we got like 2 weeks to the new season, but that's more time than I gave myself last time. So maybe I'll get Diablo done and stream more of it. Speaking of that, Season 9 is that Herodric season. I had a good time with Diablo 4, but the last... now maybe 3 seasons, so it'd be 7, 8, and 9, this upcoming one. I'm just like, I just don't care. But I'm not a big Diablo head, so the fact that I lasted this long is a big deal in my opinion, so there's credit for that. Now, moving on, Overwatch. The season has been revealed in Overwatch. Season 17, Powered Up. It's basically the gamer season, Diva Mythic, and they're releasing the Mythic skin for Diva and the Mythic weapon for Reaper at the same time. So if you're not a Diva fan, you can get the Reaper Mythic. If you're not a Reaper fan, you can get the Diva Mythic skin. I think that's kind of cool. You can go back, if you don't like either, you can go back and get the other stuff. I like how they did that with Season Pass stuff. That's kind of cool. The Reaper Mythic weapon is like a skeleton thing. And then this is all happening on the 24th. So the new season of Overwatch is on the 24th, basically next week. Well, exactly next week. And you're going to be getting new stadium heroes. I know Cheese has been having a good time in the stadium, I think. You get Sigma, Zenyatta, and Junkrat. That's good. 2 new maps. And I guess you vote on maps? They were saying something about map voting. I didn't look too into it. And then when that comes out, from the 24th to the 30th, if you play 17 matches, you get a bunch of loot boxes. There's like a little mini event called Powered Up. And then in July, on the 15th through the 28th, there's going to be this event called Hacks and Hijinks. So Overwatch is getting some stuff. New season, that's going to be good next week. And then in Rumble, I didn't mention it last week, but it started in the middle of last week. There's a Horde event ongoing. And it got Thrall. We got Thrall. So if you're like a Rumble player, we actually got a new hero. And it's freaking Thrall. About dang time. Alright? About dang time. Now, that's it. That's the news. Hopefully, I'm talking later today about 11.2, because I will be posting those videos right off the jump. But anyways, have a good week. I pretty much got all my seasonal stuff done too. You're going to want season ending August 13th. The week after, if the patch is that and we get that buffer week, start getting your seasonal stuff done. I'm only missing KSL, basically. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.